welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. So I've got out the alcohol markers, the soft pastels. I might use pan pastel as well, but just for ease, depends on what I'm using. I haven't decided yet. Pan pastel you can use directly on the gel plate. For the soft pastel, you want to rub it onto a bit of paper first and then use it on the gel plate. Oh, I'm tempted to use the kids' poster paint as well. I'm just going for it. This is the cheap stuff that I was talking about. It says gouache. I'm just treating it as kids' paint. It's kids' paint from the kids' department. There's no ingredients. I've also got this poster paint from the supermarket in the kids section. And I'm just going to put the tiniest little bit of blue in it, but a bit more than I intended. Now, I love this paint because it's so translucent. Okay, we're starting off a lot more green than I intended to, but we're going to remove some of it anyway. This does take longer to dry than acrylic paint. It doesn't take much longer, but basically the thicker the layer, the longer it will take. I'll put some wee stencils down. Right, we'll just go crazy and put down some interesting shapes. Seeing as we're using the children's paint, which is very, very, very cheap, by the way. Oh, love this one. I haven't used you in ages. Oops. Sometimes it can take a couple of pulls to remove this paint as well. So you get quite a lot left. We need a bit more down here. I'm almost tempted. I'm going to take that one off. It's too boring. We've still got enough paint left there to make a shape. I've realised I've not pulled out any of these wee guys' legs. There. I love him. Okay. So this is just a sort of mixed media. I'm just experimenting with different media together, because I've been enjoying the kind of progress I've been making on the gel plate. We need to let this dry. So you can see this one is fainter. But you know what? It's still there and it'll just add a bit of variety, but it's still consistent. While we are waiting on the paint drying, I have a Scots Dialect Dictionary. This is especially for Clyde, but also for a few other people that have asked. I'm just going to open it up at any page and choose a word and tell you the meaning. Luskin, a sturdy, thieving beggar. There we go. And we're still not dry. So it's dry. It does take 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the thickness of the paint. I'm actually going to try these directly on the gel plate. And I'm going to use this. This one here looks well used, so it should. No, it just doesn't go on as well. I'm going to just put some of these marks on though. And then what I think I'll do is I'll use a slightly different shade of green on this paper. Got a wee bit going round the outside, but let's do the whole thing round the outside as well. Right, let's have a look. See? Oh, I love that. I think we should do another one of these, but in the alcohol marker. Olive grass green. We'll use this. Now you could use alcohol inks, but I really don't like the smell of the alcohol ink, so I tend to use the alcohol markers. These are just cheap ones though from Amazon, so I got about 80 for £18. Not sure that this one's really in the best of condition, especially on the fine point. And I'm hoping it's not overly disturbing what's underneath. I think I'll take, there we go, we've got kind of yellowy olive green. We'll use this. Right, this is working much better in the sort of legs, the little stripe parts. The only thing with the markers is we will be left with kind of brush marks compared to using the alcohol inks. I'm liking this a lot. I would like to do another one over this and maybe use a paintbrush with the acrylic paint, but doing it in the way that I did a couple of videos ago, this video, where I kind of brushed it and I tried to get much darker lines. So it's almost like graduating a bit. There's a paintbrush. Oh, I'm not keen on this colour at all, but I'm using it now. Oh, I think I'm going to put a bit of the kids' yellow paint on there. It's not the legs that I'm trying to push into, it's actually the body. That's probably, I mean, it would be easier with a pan pastel as well, but then you're not going to get this graduation effect that I'm putting down here, are you, with a pan pastel? I wonder if I rub a bit of this on here and then use my finger, what would happen? Oh, look at that. I think I would have less wastage. Although, to be fair, it's not exactly lasting a while, is it? I love that very, very much. Might as well just use the one that says yellow. Not sure what condition this is in. Look at that. Well. So I'm kind of putting it on, but then at the end where the alcohol marker ends, I'm just trying to graduate it a bit. So it is disturbing the soft pastel slightly, so I don't want to do that. There is actually some there, but the yellow's very faint, isn't it? Do you know what I might do? I might put it on slightly. Back over the same bit with have dark yellow. This is nearly out. I have bronze green. So this is a sort of a yellowy brown. Oops. So I put it on at a different angle so that maybe we'll get a subtle hint of the yellow. Do you know I have a blending brush pen thing that I should use? For blending alcohol markers. I think the alcohol markers are better as a filler in for getting the graduation effects. It's maybe not ideal, but still interesting. Just trying to find some of these other ones that we used before. I'm just going to use the kids' paint on its own this time. I do need to work quite quick because I'm going to take it off again with the tissue paper. sure it's right up into the shape of the stencil. Obviously, I'm not trying to remove the paint, but I'm trying to not remove what I've already laid down in other areas. Not entirely sure this is one of the ones that I used, but I just feel there's a lot of yellow here and I just wanted to bring a bit of it down here, but I'm only using it on this inside bit. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I would like to introduce some red. Should we do a reddy brown? We could do a mix, couldn't we? Oh, the red goes on so well. I don't mind, there's a bit of yellowy green on there. Oh, this is over the alcohol marker. This will disturb the alcohol marker. I'm sure it will. Oh well. Oh, look, see? Never mind. There'll be some of it left. We'll still have the suggestion. Oh, I'm going to take that away actually because I don't want it going out up into the end of the picture. When that's dry, I'm thinking of just pulling it. You know what I'm like? I want to pull every, I want to fill every space. Be good. Let's look at it under here. I mean, I think it is very interesting as it is. I'm putting quite a lot of paint out because with the different media, it will probably dry up a bit. You know, it might need more paint to pull it. And I've found that I've been using not enough lately. Using not enough, is that English? The alcohol pens will start to shine through. This is some of my good posh paper again. Right, I'm going to let that sit for about 10 minutes. Right, I'm walking away. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm actually quite scared. It's ripped a bit there. Had a wee bit of a loss there too. It's not actually the paper, it's the acrylic paint. I'm going to put a bit of matte medium on that and see if we can. See if we can repair it. Need to let it sit for a minute. Okay, this just all comes off with baby oil. It's quite different to what I normally do, but you know what, I actually really like it. I like, there's layers, and it's also actually quite difficult to tell what's on top of what in some areas. I think the soft pastel is more successful than the alcohol markers, but the alcohol markers do add a bit of a, they add a bit of necessary variety, I think. It'd all be too structured otherwise. But I think I'd be more careful about my colour choices. Also compositionally, it's slightly off, isn't it? It's too structured, isn't it? But no, I like it a lot. And obviously this is a kid's paint, all this green here as well. Too many alcohol marker brush marks. Anyway, that was soft pastels, alcohol markers, kiddie paint, poster paint, acrylic paint on the gel plate. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.